Hi, hope you're okay and welcome to this express session. So today we are going to be focusing on lateral core connection. So lateral just means side. So if you think about the side bends that we do, that's lateral flexion. So we're working through these obliques today, okay? So we're still going to bring in the deep core muscles, the transverse abdominis on the front and also the multifidus on the back, but we're going to be definitely bringing in those oblique muscles today, which sometimes we don't spend as much time on, which is okay, but today we're just going to bring that focus into these obliques. So we are going to start seated. We are going to be just down on the mat today. So if you don't feel comfortable here, remember you can stand up or you can sit on a chair, because I know for some it can be uncomfortable in the hips. You could also try sitting on a block or a book just to raise you up, and that can just make it a little bit more comfortable, okay? So we're just going to run through posture, we'll go through the breath, and then we'll get into the session. So if you want to take your hands onto your knees and just imagine the weight of the elbows are just pulling your shoulders down nicely away from the ears. From here, I'd like you just to close your eyes or drop your gaze and just ground yourself into the mat. So just feel the mat beneath you and feel it support you. Keep your breathing just nice and steady here. Just bring yourself mindfully into this session today. So if you can, sit or stand a little bit taller, just lift that chest very gently, keeping those shoulders nicely away from the ears. Elbows are heavy. So if you want to just open those eyes very gently, let's do some shoulder rolls back and down that rib cage. When you're ready to roll those shoulders back and down and hold them there, so the shoulder blades have just come in, lift through the chest a little bit more, sit nice and tall. Now if you're seated, be careful that you're not arching through the lower back, so just draw the tailbone under very, very slightly as you sit up nice and tall. Perfect. Now we'll go through the lateral breaths. We're going to breathe into the back and sides of the rib cage. So we want the ribs to come out and in. So let's just take the hands onto the ribs. Nice big breath in and exhale out. And again, big breath in and breath out. Big breath in, just focusing on the breath here. And breath out. And again, big breath in. And breath out. So now I'd like us to do some more breaths, but as we exhale, let's start to draw in that belly button, get that core connection there. So big breath in. Now exhale, draw the belly button in. Give yourself a little feel here. Just make sure you can feel that engagement. Big breath in, relax. Exhale, belly button in. Exhale, relax. Inhale, relax, sorry. Exhale, draw it in. One more. Inhale, relax. Exhale, draw it in. Perfect. Now, if you are standing, you want to come down to your mat now. So we're just going to take the feet over to one side. So thinking about the obliques, going to go for a mermaid stretch. So breath in here and then exhale, reach over. So inhale, return, exhale, reach. So just keep this supporting elbow nice and soft. And we're just lengthening through these obliques here, okay? So inhale, return, exhale. Let's go for just two more on this side. And last one. And let's just change sides, okay? So just taking the feet across, arm out. When you're ready, we're going to exhale, reach, inhale, return. Fantastic. So just go as far as your body allows today. And just use that breath for a really nice guide of your pace. We want this to be a nice flowing movement. And let's go for two more. And last one. Perfect. So we are going to stay seated now on the mat. So we're just going to have these feet hip width apart. We just want to open up through the vertebrae. Okay, so we are going to focus more on bringing that belly button in, and then we'll start to bring in the obliques. So legs are nice and long. If this is uncomfortable, just bend the knees, okay? Or put a block or a cushion underneath your knees. It really helps. So arms in line with the shoulders. We're going to do a spine stretch. So we're sat nice and tall here. Now we're going to take a breath in. Then we're going to exhale, drop the chin, draw the belly button in and reach. Then inhale, bring yourself back up to seated, really tall. Then we're going to exhale, drop the chin, belly button in and reach. Perfect. So just drawing those shoulder blades back and down the rib cage. And let's just go for 2 more of these. Excellent. Draw that belly button in if you can. I know it's a strange one. And then up to seated. Fantastic. So you can bend the knees now if you haven't done already. Just going to take the fingers to the temples, okay? We're going to do a side bend. So I'm going to take a breath in here. Then we're going to exhale. We're going to take the elbow up and over. Inhale to center. Exhale over. Perfect. So we've brought the arms up here, so the fingers are to the temples, which means we're probably going to feel this quite a bit more in that oblique. Inhale to center, exhale side bend. So if you're not used to working through the obliques, you may feel a little bit of soreness after this session. So that's your delayed onset of muscle soreness, your DOMS, which is very normal. Just keep yourself mobile and hydrated, okay? Let's do 1 more on each side. And last one. Fantastic, okay. Arms across the chest. Let's do our spine stretch, okay? A spinal twist. So we're going to exhale one way, inhale the other. Perfect. Fantastic. So can you feel those obliques stretch and lengthen as you twist here? Fantastic. Good work. Nice and steady. Let's go for 4. Stretch as far as you can. 3, 2. Last one on each side. Excellent. Now, knees are bent here. I just like to sit back just a touch onto the sit bones so the abs are definitely engaged here. Just take the hands loosely just in front of you. Again, we're going to take a breath in to prepare. Then we're going to exhale as we twist and look down towards the floor. We're going to inhale to center, exhale, twist. Perfect. So we're going to feel this quite a bit more through those obliques. So we're working on strengthening through those obliques now rather than stretching. And the great thing about working on obliques is that it is really usually quite good to mobilize through the lower spine as well, because twisting is a great way to engage and really mobile through there. Fantastic. How's this feeling? Okay, and again, let's go for 4. This is 3. Fantastic. This is 2. Nice and steady. And then 1 more on each side. Perfect. Take it very gently onto the mats and just drop those knees out to the side. Just ease off those hips, because I know seated can be a bit uncomfortable, can't it? Fantastic. If you want to, bring the arms into a cactus, just get an extra chest stretch here. Fantastic. So bring everything back to the center. So feet and knees are hip width apart, and we just want to bring it back now to the center part of the core. So we're going to bring in the transverse abdominis and the multifidus on the back with our imprints, okay? So if you want to just take the hands onto the rib cage, we're going to take a nice big lateral breath in. As we exhale, gently push down the lower back into the mat. Inhale, relax. Exhale, imprint. Inhale, relax. Exhale, imprint. So just keep that going, okay? So did you notice that when we were just seated, that our back may not have felt quite as supported? So when we're on the mat, we're able to imprint, which means we're engaging that multifidus. When you're seated, you're definitely focusing more on the front and the sides of the spine. The back doesn't really come into play quite as much as when you can bring in that imprint as well. Perfect, okay. So let's bring the left arm by your side, and then we're going to bring the right fingers to the right temple, okay? We're going to go for a little twist, a little chin nod across the body. So lateral breath in, exhale, imprint, then lift the chin towards the shoulder and just take that arm across with you. So try and keep your elbow quite high, try not to bring it all the way in so the chest is lifted, okay? So we're going to inhale back, exhale, imprint, chin just towards the shoulder, okay? We don't need to be any higher than that. Literally just a twist across the body. So can you feel that through the left side? Give it a little touch. Just see if you can feel it there. You'll even feel it as you return back to the mat as well. So if you think the obliques almost shape our waist, don't they? Because they wrap around the waist. Tongue twister. So keep this slow and steady. Just be mindful of that neck. Fantastic. Can we bring in the knee lift? So opposite knee lift. So left knee, right elbow. Fantastic. Good work. Let's just go for 4 more of these, okay? So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, perfect. So let's just give that head a rest. Bring the feet and knees together, take the arms out slightly. Let's go for a little knee roll, a hip roll, okay? So we're gonna inhale, take the knees out. Exhale, squeeze the abs back to center. So we don't need to take the knees all the way to the floor, just keeping it slow and steady. So we're just keeping the lower back mobile, and we're still slightly engaging through those obliques whilst we just give our neck a bit of a breather, because we all feel it. So inhale as you roll over. Exhale, squeeze those abs back to center. So this is where we're focusing a bit more on the front of the spine, and it's only when you come back to the middle that you're able to imprint and get that multifidus and the back involved. Fantastic. So whenever you can't bring in the multifidus, we need to be really, really careful with our core connection. We need to make sure it is really strong to protect the back. Excellent. Let's just go for 1 more on each side. That neck has recovered, and then we're going to change sides, okay? So this time, we're just going to have feet and knees hip width apart. We're going to have right arm by our side. I'm going to take the left fingers to the left temple. Same again, other side. So breath in to prepare. Exhale, imprint. Chin just across to the shoulder. So we're just looking down that opposite arm. Fantastic. So the reason in Pilates that we do our chin nods like this is because we want the back of the neck to be nice and long. So if you've ever tried to do like a traditional ab crunch, you'll find that your neck will definitely tire much quicker because your neck is in a very tense position. Whereas with the chin nod, you're able to kind of mobilize through that neck as you lift. You will still feel it a bit, but not quite as much or as quickly. Fantastic. Keep this very slow and steady. Skip a couple if you need to. Now let's bring in that right knee. So it's left elbow, right knee this time. Perfect. So don't forget that imprint. Push that lower back down, and it's only when your foot and head is on the mat you can let go and then push again. Fantastic. So there's a little breather now that we're lifting that knee as well. Just made it harder. Fantastic. Great effort. Okay, let's go for 4 more on this side. So big squeeze, bringing in that belly button. We've got last 2. And last one. Fantastic. So feet and knees, just back to their original position, so hip width apart. And we're just going to get ready to do one more exercise, okay? So just give that neck a little bit of a breather. Okay, so I showed you the last exercise and we're just going to do 10 repetitions, okay? So give this a go if you can. If you can't, maybe go back and practice your imprints, because this does mean bringing your head up. So we're going to have both fingers to both temples. And we're going to go for our bicycle crunch, okay? So you're going to take the elbow across to the opposite knee. And you're going to lengthen the opposite leg. Make sure you imprint. So we're going to do 5 on each side, okay? Are you ready? So imprint, come into that chin nod position. So take the elbow across to one knee, okay? Take a breath in, exhale, change. Breath in, exhale, change. That's 2. Keep breathing. Fantastic. Are you getting the shakes? No, I am. Okay, that's 6. This is 7. This is 8. Keep it slow if you can. 9. Last one. 10. Well done. Hug the knees into the chest. Well done. Good work. Perfect. Okay, nice and gently take the arms out, feet and knees, just take them all the way over to one side, okay? Fantastic. Just stretching off there, through that lower back, through the core. And then just take the knees all the way over to the other side. That nice stretch there. You may even feel that through the obliques. And then just bring those knees very gently back to the center and just hug them in again. So we've done a lot of work through that lower back today. Fantastic. So if you want to just bring yourself up to seated, let's just take one arm up and over. So get a really nice stretch there down the side of the body. Steady breaths and change. Fantastic. Release it. And then let's just come into a child's pose just to finish, okay? So feet together, knees wide, lengthen the arms up the mat. Get a nice big stretch through the back. Fantastic. Well done. Really good session today. So very gently when you're ready, just walk those hands up towards you and you are all done. I hope you enjoyed that session. Working through the obliques is really tricky, especially when we're seated, because like I say, you don't really have the support of your back, of your multifidus. So just be really careful of that. Come back to it and do expect to be a little bit sore in those sides over the next couple of days, but just keep mobile and it should wear off in a day or so. So I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you for your next class.